Hey, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the Strategy Lounge where I have with me Karma. Ooh. We're going to be talking about data. We're going to deep dive into the importance of why data matters in your strategy.
Karma Hunter. I'm a marketing strategist and a conversion copywriter. I'm an expert in B2B demand generation and conversion optimization.
Take us back to the beginning of your career, Karma. What initially drew you to this career? Tell us about what you do, how you do it, and why you love to do it.
Started marketing after graduating PR school. During my internship, I became a direct response copywriter at an agency, and I started with direct response copywriting. So that's where I fell in love with direct response marketing, I should say. And then I've always been a techie girl. Since I've known myself, I've been using computers, and since the beginning of the internet, I've been using internet, like the chat rooms, the directories, the forums, and everything.
Asking Jeeves, huh?
Exactly. Yes, yes, those times. And honestly, when the social media started, I felt like, oh, this is just digital format of PR, right? So, and well, with copywriting and the internet, the combination of it, that's how I kind of started getting into the digital marketing and the strategy side. And of course, being so techy and being so analytical, I got into the automation side of it after a while. And that's how like the data side of it came in. And I got into the funnels, and that's where I that's what I love, really, the funnel part of it and the whole journey, and the copywriting and the funnels is what I love, and the data side of it.
With everything that has transpired from the copywriting over into the intentional marketing over into the data realm, what were some pivotal moments for you that led you here and made you feel like, okay, I'm on the right track and this is what I really want to do?
So I guess that's when I was transitioning from freelancing to full time. At that time, I had a big career, and I was freelancing on the side, and my job got very toxic. I wasn't really thinking about going full time with my business because I didn't have that mindset. I was scared to go full time with my business. I've always had that employee mindset. And I never really thought I could just make enough money with my business on my own. So I was scared, but when it got so toxic, I had to take that leap of faith. And at that time, I thought to myself, well, I mean, I'm helping my clients make money, become successful. Why not do it for myself? So that's when I took that leap of faith. It wasn't easy at all. It was so scary, but it had to work out.
And it's worth it now, right?
Oh, yes, so worth it.
Okay, so given the ever evolving landscape of data and the digital realm, what do you do to stay up to date with all the changes that are going on in the digital landscape? Make sure that you are using the tools to track efficiently.
So, good question because it's changing all the time. I am in a couple of masterminds. That is always good because if I miss something, somebody else tells us. Also, of course, it's good to get the information from the platforms itself. Um, and I am in different forums and different like Slack groups or Discord channels. And yeah, forums and some newsletters. And yeah, those type of groups are always good to get the reminders, and always good to pick each other's brain and things like that.
So I absolutely love that you're a part of all these mastermind groups and these Slack channels because I myself am a part of the Measure Slack channel. It's full of data nerds, and you know, if you're a data nerd, then you definitely need to be in the Slack Measure channel. Um, Picking the brain of another data nerd is super, super beneficial. It'll answer questions for you that you won't be able to find on the internet, just to be honest. What are some common misconceptions you've encountered when dealing with data and trying to deploy strategies with clients? What are some common misconceptions that you've encountered when dealing with data?
It may not be necessarily data related, but it is at the same time. So I do brand strategy and I mentor uh, digital marketing agencies. And something very common that I see is sometimes digital marketers jump on to very generic strategies from the get-go. But being uh, a copywriter by trade, um, it's very important to start with a tailored strategy first before starting with a generic strategy. Yes, we know that data shows certain things work, right? Like testimonials, case studies, and things like that. But social listening is so important. Conversion copy comes from the client's mouth, their language, right? So, first, listening to the client's customer, understanding their business, their customers, and tailoring a strategy for them first, and then looking at the data and testing is so important,
Mhm.
right? Otherwise, we're just doing generic things. Like, otherwise, let's say we are a marketing agency for doctors and medical clinics or whatever, right? That means we're going to do the same exact thing for each and every doctor's office.
Mhm.
It doesn't work like that. So we have to really tailor the strategies and then look at the data, right? This works with data plus creativity, data plus storytelling.
Yeah.
Everybody's story is different.
Mhm.
So we have to do that.
So basically, in a nutshell, what Karma's saying is you need to mash that data with your content and creativity. It can't stand alone. You won't be making, I'm gonna say, data-driven decisions that are smart and measurable and realistic and, time friendly, realistic expectations, things like that. In your opinion, what are some emerging trends in data to keep your eye on?
Of course, AI. Okay, so AI, the big thing. I love AI. I mean, I love tech and I love AI. I've been using AI for a very long time, different tools and everything. But it's important to use AI as a tool to help us and not completely depend on it. I know that there are tools coming to kind of completely automate everything,
Mhm.
right? And even right now, we can, make custom GPTs and, you know, make it do everything.
Mhm.
But there are tools coming to just automate everything and take us out of it. But we can't just trust it, completely trust it. So it's important that we just use it as a tool to
Mhm.
assist us.
Yeah.
And one of the questions I get as a copywriter, they're like, oh, copywriters are going to go away because AI is there. No, they won't because it's so generic. I use it as a copywriter myself, but I use it to streamline things. I use it to make it, make my process faster,
Mhm.
but it still need a lot of me
Yes,
and my frameworks
for
and my
sure.
manipulation. Because, of course, like when I run a campaign, if I just put the copy that AI gives me, that campaign is not going to perform.
Mhm.
It still needs me as a copywriter. But when it comes to, of course, data, that I'll give you an example. One of the clients that I had, the marketing director and I, we ran a challenge. So he he wrote the copy with AI, same campaign. He generated $3,000. I generated $76,000 with the copy I
Yeah.
wrote. But he didn't manipulate it at all. He just wrote the copy with ChatGPT, and I wrote my own copy. I mean, he doesn't come from a copywriting background,
Mhm.
obviously. He comes from classic marketing. I mean, so it's, of course, it's completely different. And that's where the data shows how AI works right
Uh-huh.
there. But of course, AI is great. I love it. It makes it so much easier for us. It streamlines the process. But of course, we can't just completely trust it,
Mhm.
completely depend on it.
All right. We are coming on down into these final questions. We are going to post a poll after this video to go on our social media and to go on YouTube. And we want you to answer here right on the spot. If you are watching right now and you're watching this on YouTube or one of our social platforms, feel free to leave a comment, like, share, and engage with this video. And here we go. What's your go to channel for marketing success, Karma? Is it social media, email, content marketing, SEO, influencer marketing, or other?
Content marketing and email marketing.
Why? Why?
Why? Because social media is not yours. Um, Content marketing is always going to have an impact that's evergreen. And marketing, those are your leads. That's where you generate demand. That's where you make money.
The evergreen, the evergreen content is everything, okay? Everything. You're nothing without evergreen content. If you are producing evergreen content, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Most of my courses are about evergreen content.
Our key takeaways from today is data, data, and data. Of course, it was more than just data, but well, on a serious note, strategy. I'm going to start with your strategizing things, conducting your industry research so that you don't just throw spaghetti that doesn't actually stick. And three, make data driven decisions. Look at that data. Look at the things that you've researched as far as your industry goes, what your competitors are doing, what your actual customers are saying and doing, and not what you think they're doing. And then with that information, you want to make data driven decisions. Okay? Capiche? Capiche. Till next time, I want to thank you so much, Karma, for being with us today and answering all these questions.
Thank you for having me.
All right. See you guys later. Bye.